Ever hopped on a bus and thought, wow, who's the mastermind behind this thing running on time?
Yeah.
Well, get ready to find out because today we're taking a deep dive into the world of bus route supervisors,
Okay.
the unsung heroes of public transit, keeping our cities moving, one bus stop at a time.
Absolutely. And we've got some really interesting role catcher materials to dig into,
Yeah,
career guides, interview tips, the works. And let me tell you, this is way more than just, looking at bus schedules.
it really
So
is.
buckle up.
People think timetable, but really it's a live breathing system.
Right.
Think, like hundreds of moving parts, all these changing conditions,
Okay.
and a bus route supervisor's orchestrating it all
Wow.
in real time.
So this coordinating vehicle movements bit from RoleCatcher,
Yeah.
I think it's our first clue that this isn't your grandma's scheduling job.
Right.
This is like air traffic control,
Yeah.
but for buses.
Perfect analogy.
Right.
Imagine this, right? You're juggling routes, you've got your drivers.
Then throw in a pop-up street fair,
Oh, no.
a fender bender,
Hmm.
even the occasional, rogue pigeon flock,
Yeah.
all while making sure passengers get where they need to be
Right.
safely and hopefully not too frustrated.
So wait, so this isn't just some desk jockey job.
No,
These guys are out and about.
they're out there.
Because the roll catcher guide, it mentioned something about, like, depots.
Right. A good supervisor they're not glued to a chair.
Okay.
They're out at the depots beating that rapport with the drivers.
I see.
They're actually seeing firsthand the hiccups that a spreadsheet just can't capture.
Wow.
That firsthand experience is gold.
Yeah, it makes you realize the emotional intelligence this job takes.
Yeah.
And RoleCatcher was talking about handling tough passengers,
Yeah.
making these split-second decisions when things go sideways.
Right.
Is the trade-off worth it?
That's where it gets juicy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's pressure, there's weird hours.
Sure.
You're dealing with the public on a good day.
Right, right.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But the flip side is that satisfaction of keeping this essential service running. You're
Yeah.
getting people to work, to school, to appointments.
Wow.
You are part of that.
I'm starting to see that.
Right.
We've all been on a delayed bus fuming.
Of course.
But imagine being the one who prevents that,
Yeah.
keeping the whole system from unraveling.
Right.
That the pressure is real.
Absolutely. And that feeling of, I kept the city moving today,
Yeah.
that's a powerful motivator,
Right.
especially when you consider the skill set RoleCatcher lays out.
Okay.
We're talking monitoring, negotiation,
Mm-hmm.
and not just for salaries.
Yeah, that list was longer than a city bus itself.
That's a lot.
Can you break down negotiation for me?
Sure.
What's that look like in this role?
Picture this. Rush hour, major road closure,
Oh.
your entire schedule out the window.
Okay.
Do you panic?
I don't know, maybe.
Nope.
Hmm.
A supervisor, they think on their feet.
Mm.
They have to negotiate with other departments.
Oh, I see.
Maybe reroute buses on a dime.
Wow.
It's problem solving under pressure, and it happens more often than you think.
I bet.
Speaking of crucial skills, remember social perceptiveness from RoleCatcher's list.
How could I forget? That one seemed important.
It is the secret weapon.
Really?
Imagine reading the vibe of a bus full of people,
Oh, okay.
except it's your job to keep things calm.
Oh, wow.
A skilled supervisor can de-escalate before things boil over.
Right.
They spot a potential problem before it becomes the problem.
I see.
They're keeping everyone and everything in harmony.
Whoa, so they're like conductors.
Yes.
But instead of an orchestra,
Yeah.
they're conducting this symphony of buses.
That's an image. And just like a conductor guides their musicians,
Okay.
a bus route supervisor guides their drivers through the day, hitting every note,
Yeah.
even when a, rogue pigeon throws them off key.
Those pigeons again.
They're a menace.
Speaking of the team, RoleCatcher talks about career stages.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about, seniority. From entry level to senior supervisor.
Yeah.
That sounds like a journey?
It's about leveling up your skills and your impact.
Okay.
So starting out, you're learning the ropes, maybe shadowing senior supervisors,
Okay.
maybe even doing some hands-on work,
Oh, wow.
just to feel the pulse of the operation.
Getting their hands dirty, so to speak.
Exactly. You're building a reputation,
Yeah.
showing that you can handle whatever the city throws at you.
Right.
But as you gain experience, you move into those senior roles.
Okay.
It becomes about strategy, the big picture, mentoring new supervisors,
I see.
making the whole system hum even better.
So there's room to grow,
Oh, yeah,
but you got to earn your stripes.
definitely.
If you're driven, pun intended, this role has you covered.
Absolutely. And speaking of driving,
Oh.
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Or should I say, the AI on the bus.
Right. RoleCatcher mentioned AI changing the game in transportation.
Absolutely.
So are robots taking over the wheel entirely?
Not quite robots behind the wheel just yet. But AI's applications are interesting when it comes to route optimization.
Okay.
It's where things get interesting.
I see. Not quite robots behind the wheel just yet.
Right.
But RoleCatcher does mention some really interesting AI applications, specifically for like route optimization.
Absolutely, and that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
AI can crunch massive amounts of data, like traffic patterns,
Wow.
weather, even construction schedules,
Okay.
to map out the most efficient routes.
In theory.
In theory.
Sound like AI could be a bus supervisor's new best friend.
You got it, but here's the catch.
Okay.
AI can't predict everything.
Right.
Remember that rogue pigeon flock?
Oh, right.
Or the sudden downpour that turns Main Street into a river?
Oh, no.
Those are the moments when human experience and judgment are irreplaceable.
Okay, so the bus might know the best route in theory,
Right.
but can it handle a pigeon traffic jam?
Exactly.
That's where our human supervisor comes in?
Exactly. And that's why, at least for now, this idea of AI taking over,
Okay.
it's more about like partnership than a replacement.
Okay.
AI takes care of the routine stuff,
Right.
freeing up the supervisor to handle the unexpected.
Wow.
It's like having a superpowered assistant
Okay.
that never sleeps.
I like the sound of that.
Right.
This is making me realize there's a whole hidden complexity to something as simple as, riding the bus.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a perfectly choreographed dance.
It is.
And the supervisor is like calling all the shots.
Love that analogy.
Yeah.
It really is this intricate ballet
Yeah.
of logistics, technology, and human behavior all coming together.
And speaking of human behavior,
Yes.
remember that customer service emphasis in RoleCatcher?
Right.
They really hammered that point home.
They did?
It's more than just, dealing with difficult passengers. Right?
It's about understanding that for many people, the bus is a lifeline,
Oh, wow.
not a choice. They're relying on you to get them to work, to school, to doctor's appointments on time, and with as little hassle as possible.
That's a side of things I never really considered.
Right?
Suddenly, those customer service skills, they take on a whole new meaning.
Exactly.
Wow.
And for the right person,
Yeah.
someone who thrives on, like, problem solving,
Okay.
serving their community, this job can be incredibly rewarding.
Wow. That's amazing.
RoleCatcher even highlights stories of supervisors who went above and beyond for passengers.
Really?
Talk about impact.
It really puts things in perspective.
Yeah.
We've all been frustrated by a late bus,
Sure.
but we rarely think about the people working behind the scenes to keep things running smoothly.
It's true.
Those supervisors are like the unsung heroes of public transit,
Yeah.
keeping our communities connected one bus stop at a time.
Couldn't say it better myself. They're managing routes, drivers, technology,
Right.
even the occasional pigeon-induced traffic jam.
Right. Those pigeons.
It's a demanding job, no doubt,
Yeah.
but clearly a vital one.
And it sounds like a job with some serious growth potential, too.
Definitely.
Remember how RoleCatcher outlined that career progression?
Mm-hmm.
From entry level to senior supervisor, that's quite a journey.
It is.
And it all ties back to these core skills we've been talking about.
Right. You're not just learning schedules and routes.
Right.
You're building up a whole toolkit
Okay.
of problem solving and people skills that can take you to some interesting places.
It's like RoleCatcher says, this isn't just a job, it's a career.
And not just any career.
Right.
One with the potential to make a real difference in people's lives. That's a powerful motivator.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
Glad to hear it.
Before today, I'll admit, I kind of took, buses for granted.
Yeah.
But now, thanks to RoleCatcher and your insights, I have a whole new appreciation for the work that goes into keeping those wheels turning.
It's been my pleasure to shed some light on this fascinating world.
Yeah.
And for anyone listening who's feeling inspired,
Yes.
remember, RoleCatcher is a treasure trove of information.
They've got those career guides, sample interview questions, even tips on making your resume stand out.
Right.
So for anyone listening who's thinking, hey, maybe this bus route thing is my jam,
Yeah.
RoleCatcher is the place to start.
Absolutely. Their materials paint a really clear picture of,
Yeah.
what it takes to succeed in this field, both now and in the future.
Right.
Especially as AI becomes even more integrated into how transit systems operate.
Which, as we learned, it isn't about robots replacing humans,
Right.
but about humans and technology, like working together.
Working together.
It's like AI can handle the predictable stuff.
Yeah.
But when that curveball gets thrown,
Yeah.
you need a human at the wheel, so to speak.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's about finding that synergy, that balance
Right.
between what AI excels at
Yeah.
and what humans bring to the table.
So next time you're on a bus, maybe stuck in traffic, thanks to those
Think the
pigeons, take a second to think about the person behind the scenes,
Yeah.
making sure you get where you need to go.
Right.
The Bus Route Supervisor, the unsung conductor of our concrete jungle.
Well said.
Right.
It's a career path that demands a lot, but the impact,
Yeah.
the satisfaction of keeping our cities moving,
Mm-hmm.
that's something special.
Huge thanks to our expert for taking us on this deep dive.
Happy to be here.
And to RoleCatcher for, providing the roadmap.
Absolutely.
We only scratched the surface today.
Yeah.
But I think we can all agree those buses, they don't run themselves.
They certainly don't.
And for you, our curious listener, keep those questions coming.
Yes.
We'll be back soon to deep dive into another topic that's caught your attention.
Sounds good.
Until then, happy commuting.